The 25th of October. It's been such a memorable day for me since 2018. Because on that day, something happened I never expected. And you know what it is? On that day, I went to this show.
And for the first time ever, in a live show so spellbinding, so mesmerizing that people are being banned from seeing it a second time out of fear of their health. So, sit back, strap yourselves in, and finish your conversations. Yes, I do mean you two there in the middle row. Let's stop talking and get ready for a night full of laughs, tears, happiness.
Hi, why did it cut to me? What happened to the rest of the video? What? What are we going to do now? Do we have a backup? Can we get it rolling again? Oh God. Okay, well, this wasn't supposed to happen.
And it was also the first time I've been to Berlin. And in this little vlog here, I want to talk about that day because, well, it's a special day for me. 2018 was an amazing year to me anyway, so I want to share what happened on that day and yeah, just the best moments to me. Now in that vlog I also have to change into some fitting clothes, and these clothes are also 2 years old because I bought them on that show. Ta-da! Yes, that's right gamers, I'm going with my How Do We Get Here tour shirt and the beanie. Let's start from the beginning. At the beginning it was like Sean published like oh, the show will continue in Europe and also in Germany, in Cologne and in Berlin. Now, first I was like that I didn't believe I could go there because my mom wouldn't drive such a long road from my home to Berlin. It takes like 5 hours. But my dad was so kind to drive there with me. So I got the chance to buy this ticket over there. It's also a VIP ticket, and go there on that day. Why not Cologne? Because I went to the show with my friend and his sister, and something happened on the previous day because Sean was in Cologne on the 24th of October, and unfortunately something happened on that day, so he said like maybe the next day in Berlin it will work. And I'm glad that that happened. Now let's continue. I remember that my dad came very early. I don't know exactly when we started to drive off home. Maybe it was like 10 a.m. or something. I don't remember quite what happened. I still remember that we just drove out of our street and I was like, oh shit, I forgot my phone, it's still at home. And I was so lucky. I remembered it when we just drove out of our street. It was like a minute away from my home here. And my dad had to turn the car and drive back so I just could get my phone real quick. Because without my phone I couldn't make such amazing pictures. I will show them also throughout this vlog. Like I said before, it took 5 hours to get to Berlin because it's very far from me. And when we arrived there, I don't know exactly when it was, maybe it was like 2 or 3 p.m. We walked into the hotel. We wanted to check in and the guy on the reception could only speak English, and I was like shocked. I was shocked. I didn't expect him to talk English because I was already prepared to, okay, we want to check in, but I was prepared to say that in my language. I didn't expect, I was like shocked. My dad can't speak English, So I had to translate, but I was in like such a shock moment. My brain didn't function to just translate what the man said to us. But luckily my friend and his sister were also there already, and he helped me and said like, we need to show our passports. I was so shocked, my brain didn't like translate passports to my language. I was like, help me please. Then we checked into the hotel. Me and my dad went to our room. It was a simple room, just 2 beds, a little sink. It wasn't the greatest room, but I wasn't in that room much anyway. We checked in, we walked up the floors, or no, we took the elevator actually. We took the elevator, I think, to go to our floor. My friend and his sister were 1 floor below us. And when me and my dad were in the room, I was there very shortly, and then I immediately wanted to go to my friend and his sister to just talk and spend time with them, because we don't see each other that often. But we weren't in the room for long. Soon it was time to go. I can't remember if we went somewhere else first, but I do think we really went to the show. We didn't go somewhere first. We spent the time in the room a little bit, and then I think we had to go to the show already because it was time. And we had to go to the train station to go by train to the Admiral Palace. Is it called that way? Yeah. Admiralpalast. Admiral Palace. Whatever it's called in English. The pronunciation. I was so nervous on that day. So nervous. It was also my first time in Berlin, so I don't know anything. I don't know anything about Berlin. I've been there for the first time, so I don't know which train should we take. Where is it actually? I don't even know where the Admiral Palace is. But luckily my friend and his sister helped me, and we had to use Google Maps. Let's just say it that way. And his sister also did some research, like which train we should take and such. Now, when we arrived, I don't know what time it was. Maybe it was 5 p.m. or something. I don't know. I think the VIP session started at 6 p.m. I think. I remember we went there, and there were already so many fans, and I was still so freaking nervous. Like, I was so nervous. Like, oh my gosh, the show is about to start. It's so amazing. I'm gonna see Sean live on the stage, and So we walked into the palace, thanks to some fans, because I thought like we had to wait outside or something, and then some fans said, oh, you have VIP tickets, you can already go in. So we went in there and like waited. The room was already filled with fans. Many were already there. I found out that many fans also came from different countries to go to that show specifically. And it was really interesting. We also had a chance to meet one fan, but we haven't seen her since then. She was one that came from another country. We talked. I showed her my little gizmo plush I made for Sean. She told us like something happened with her ticket first, and there were some difficulties, I think, but she managed to get the ticket, luckily, and she was also in the first row, so she was really excited to be also in the first row. Then when it was about time, the people who worked there, who was like responsible for the show, walked up to us and first gave us these posters, these ones. These are the posters the VIP people get because they're also signed with Sean's autograph. We got these posters. And then we were allowed to, I think, already go into the theater. Here are some pictures of the theater, how it looked inside of it. I first bought the merch, the beanie and the shirt. I bought them first, and then I went to my seat. I was in 3rd row, but to be honest, it was close enough. Like, it still felt like Sean was this close to me. I just were looking up the stage and was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So 3rd row was pretty alright. Then when I bought this merch here, the beanie and the shirt, I also gave the people my Gizmo plushie, because they took the merch and they would give it to Sean. And I do hope he saw it, even though he didn't took it on his story after the show. After I did that, after I bought the merch and gave my Gizmo plushie in hope Sean would see it, I went to the theater and sat down. And there was just a little bit time left. It was maybe, let's say, 5:45 or something. And we had to wait until it's like 6 p.m. and the VIP session started. I was able to talk to some fans next to me here, there and there. Like I talked with one about Cloak, because Cloak just came out. Like Mark and Sean uploaded their pole dance video couple days ago, I think, from that time. And I published Cloak for the first time. And we were like talking about that a little bit until the show then started. The VIP session was just like a question and answering. Fans could ask Sean something and Sean would answer to that question. It was really nice, really funny. It was really great. After the VIP session there was a break. Then the people who didn't get an VIP ticket could also come into the theater and take their seats. And I think, was it 8 p.m. the real show started. And let me tell you, it was amazing. I don't know if I should say what happened in the show, but like, it was 2 years ago, I think I could. What happened there? Yeah, Sean just told us his story about his childhood and how he became the YouTube star he is today. And it was so cool to listen to it. He also joked around a little bit, what made us, of course, laugh. And I laughed so much that evening. It was great. There were also like little games. He wanted to play Pokemon with us. Like, he would pick out one fan and do a little Pokemon game with it. I think it was also in either Pokemon Red or Blue. And it was so amazing, when the fan chose the Pokemon and they named it Connor, because the Connor meme was really popular back then. Like, my name is Connor, and the Android Senpai Cyberlife. That was great. Then we also got an opportunity to see Happy Wheels again. That was such a throwback to us. That was really great. I wish I could play it too. I would freak out if Sean would have picked me, but I guess watching it was also pretty cool. Now I want to talk about the highlight of that evening to me. That was after the show. The show ended, we walked out, we checked Sean's Instagram story because he published new pictures of his fan gifts. And I wanted to see if my fan gift was also in it, because it would make me so happy if my Gizmo plushie would be in the story and how he would react to it. But sadly it wasn't the case, so I don't know if he saw it or not. Then me and my friend thought oh, would it be so cool if we could meet Sean? That would be so amazing actually. So we thought about maybe there's a back door. Then after we walked around a little bit, we walked a little out of the theater and then saw a little alleyway next to the theater. we walked through that, and then we got so lucky we really ended up behind the theater, and there really was a back door, and we also saw other fans standing there, so maybe they were also hoping to meet Sean. So we waited. It was cold, but it was alright. We talked to the fans, and after maybe 10 minutes or something, Sean really came out, walked towards us. I freaked out, I was shivering, I was also stuttering. A fan asked me even if I'm okay, and I said, yeah, I'm fine, I'm just nervous. And like when Sean walked to us, I was automatically like, I'm walking 2 steps further to him. A friend of his was also there and told us like that Sean has a little time to talk and took some selfies. So I took the opportunity. I couldn't speak much. I was so nervous. I was shivering, and not only from the cold, I was shivering because I was so nervous. The only thing I could ask Sean was like, how was it in Cologne? Because his previous show was in Cologne, and he answered like, it was pretty good. I was so nervous. And then of course I wanted to take the opportunity to also have a selfie with him, of course, because it would be my first one. I've never been to a convention or something like that before. That was my first time I saw him live. So then I asked Sean, like, can I take a selfie with you, please? And he was like, yeah, sure, okay. I was taking off my phone. I was taking it out. I was so nervous. My finger did like shiver, shake, whatever. I couldn't unlock my phone display. I was so nervous and I couldn't just open the camera app. I was like, oh, come on, let's go. And then he even asked me like, if he should do the picture or should I do the picture. And I was so nervous, I only said like, I'll do the picture. Yeah, then I took the picture, and I also have the picture framed. That's my picture. That's my only selfie with him. Here's Sean, that's me. That's just a random girl, but that's okay. There were many fans, and of course other fans, and some pictures too. I show it as a clean picture maybe here. That's the picture. I just had to frame it. It's such a good memory, and it's not the best selfie, I think, but come on, it was in the evening, and at least it's a selfie, so I'm happy. That really was like the highlight to me, and I was also hugging him. I was also asking like, can I please get a hug? And he was like, yeah, sure, and I was like hugging him, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not lying here. It really felt warm. It was cold, it was October, and in October here in Germany it's really cold. And it was cold on that evening. And when Sean hugged me, it felt so warm. It really felt warm. It was amazing. It was just great to just like have a little hug with him for the first time. That was so cool. And then of course, unfortunately, Sean had to go to his tour bus because he had to go to the Netherlands, to Amsterdam to have his next show. So we just said goodbye to him, and yeah, that was amazing. That was so cool. But that was it. That was the story. I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to share this because it was such an amazing experience. I loved the year 2018 because in February I went to that show, in October I went to that show, and also in general that year was really amazing because I spent more time with my family, I was outside more, and it was just a great time. I probably left pictures I didn't mention, like maybe some pictures of Sean on that show, and maybe how the Admiralpalast Admiral Palace, how it looked from the outside. So I think I wrap it up here. I think I don't have anything to say anymore. I think that was it. And I am gonna leave you with 4 clips I found of a fan page on Instagram. I don't know the name anymore because they changed it a lot. But maybe I'll put the name in the video if I find it out. I'll leave these clips here. These are 4 clips. 4 clips that are 1 minute long, and that's just the end speech Sean did on that show in Berlin, and it was so heartwarming. So I'm gonna leave you with these clips here, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for listening to this. I just wanted to share it with you because that day was amazing. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Technically, I should not be here at all.
Why?
I shouldn't be here because life didn't want me to be here. At a very young age, in my teenage years, life got all on top of me. Life got very, very difficult for me. I thought I was going to crumble under the weight of it. I became very depressed, had no idea what I was doing with myself, and I got very lucky and worked hard on this big break that had come my way. But that's the important part about all of this. We all go through life obstacles. We all go through obstacles one way or another, whether it be small or large. It does not matter. We are all going through them together. And the thing about this is that you have to fight back against your obstacles. You have to push forward. You have to keep working towards a better you, because your dreams can absolutely come true. They take time, dedication, and patience, and with a little positive mental attitude, you can...
Woo! Yes!
The thing I've learned about doing this for all these years is that I've met so many different people in my life. I've talked to so many different people in this community, and the thing that always pops up in the middle of it all is the humanity in it. We are all people at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what we look like on the outside. It doesn't matter where we came from. I told you my story here tonight, and the reason I tell you this is not to brag about all the things that I've done, is to not show off about everything I'm doing. I know I'm literally talking down to all of you. But I hope it never feels like that, because I never forget where I came from. And the thing about where I came from is that it was nowhere. It was not a very special place. It was not a very exotic. It didn't breed popular people or anything like that. It was just a random town in Ireland. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what race you are, what gender you are, whether you're straight, gay, bi, or anything in between. What matters at the end of the day is that we are all people. On the inside, we are all the same, no matter what we look like on the outside. So it's about time we started treating each other like people, like actual human beings, and start building each other up instead of tearing each other down all the time. So what I want people to do is to go out there and be the heroes of your own stories. Thank you.